Hello, welcome. Hopefully, people can hear me. Hello, welcome. Sorry, I've got an echo on my. Please just let me know if you can hear me. Welcome, everyone. Thank you. Don't know if you can hear me, you can see me. I'm having a feedback here. I'm just checking to make sure that everyone can hear me well. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining tonight. Please, if you just let me know if you can see and hear me clearly, that will be very helpful. Welcome, everyone. Oh, thank you, Shagun. You can hear and see me clearly. Thank you. It's giving me some feedback from my end. So it's good to know you can hear me. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone joining. Welcome on board. Welcome to Global Talent Visa Surgery. It's very slow on my end, so I'm sorry if I'm happy that everyone can see and hear me clearly. Just that I've got a very slow. Thank you. Please let us know where you're joining from. We're just going to take some, the first 10 minutes to let people join in. Let's know where you're joining from. Thank you very much. Oh, Madam Juliet Yakubu Sanoma Inaini, thank you so much. Thank you. Welcome, everyone. Welcome from Middlesbrough. Thank you. I am in Bedfordshire myself. Let us know where you're joining from. This is Global Talent Visa Surgery. So we're here to learn everything Global Talent Visa. So let us know where you're joining from. Let's know where you're joining from, and we're going to start. I'm going to use the first, say, 20 minutes to answer questions. Sorry, not answer questions. Introduce myself, tell you about Global Talent Visa, and then we can kick off with answering your questions. Oh, from Scotland. Thank you, everyone. I'm happy you can hear and see me. It's showing me that I'm very slow here, so as long as everyone can hear and see me, I'm happy with that. From Scotland, hi Betty, hi Rachel, good evening, hi Shagun. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Oladejo. Thank you, Inspiration Channel. Thank you so much from Budapest. Thank you from Scotland. Thank you. Welcome, everyone. Let's share so people will know we are live. I'm going to kickstart by 7:10. I've got a little presentation, so I think that would, just make sure that will help make sure that I'm just right on time. From London, hi Jamil. Hi Jamil, thank you so much. Hi Jamil. All right, thank you so much. So I've got a task for you. If you're not yet a Global Talent Visa recipient, I'm sure you are looking to apply for Global Talent. So I want us, at the end of this, surgery for you to be able to decide if, one, you are a global talent, or you are preparing to be a global talent, or you're already making your application and you know where you're at, you're reviewing your documents and all of that. So I just want us, to have a very wonderful session. Hello from Leeds. Hi, Adebayo. Thank you so much. So that's a task for you this evening. So get your pen and paper ready. So we know, I just want to make sure. I know some people from WhatsApp community are here as well. Thank you so much for joining. I'm just going to let most some of we've got a research and academia WhatsApp community where we share insights together with people. So, and I'm very grateful to the people that will be joining from there tonight, to answer one or two questions. Thank you so much. So we are live, everyone. So joining from Leeds, thank you. Anyone from outside the UK? Anyone from outside the UK? Anyone from outside the UK? So we've got 2 more minutes. Please share this live to people who want to hear about the global talent. Welcome, Kenneth. Welcome, welcome. There's quite a two people from Leeds. Yeah, I just want to make sure. Yeah. All right. Can you send a WhatsApp number here so we can message you or call you after the program? Yeah, there is a WhatsApp group which you can find. I will tell you all about that after this, so that yeah, we have a WhatsApp. You can't hear me. Is this just you or everyone else? I think everyone else can hear me. Hi, Mr. Alvino Official. Can everyone else hear me? Please just confirm you can hear me clearly. I think most people can hear me. I think most people can hear me. So please check with your check. Okay, good. Everyone can hear me. So please, Mr. Alvino Official, please can you check from your end? I just want to make sure that. So we've got a WhatsApp community where we've got the different endorsing body under the research and academia, and we support one another on that group. You will hear all about it after now. Thank you so much. So I think more than 50% of people can hear me. That's good. So please, if you can't hear me, kindly check. It might be from your end. Thank you very much. All right. So it's going to be all about Global Talent Visa tonight. So 1 more minute and I will be, just giving you a quick overview about the Global Talent Visa. And then I'm going to be able to answer all your questions. Like I said, I've got a lot of recipients as well on this call who can also answer your questions. If there's any questions I can answer myself, that's why we're all here to support one another. So yeah, it's 7:10. You're welcome, 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 everyone. My name is Yemisi Adedeji, Dr. Yemz. This is my YouTube channel, where I share about faith, life in the UK, and everything about UK. And I am a global talent visa recipient myself, and I was endorsed by the Royal Society, which is under the research and academia category. So if this is your first time of hearing about the global talent visa, then you've got a long way to go. It's okay. I'm going to quickly run, through what global talent visa is, the benefits, but the simple truth is it is the best visa in the UK. It's a visa that you can move your dependents. You can come to the UK as an international, live and settle in the UK, study, work, whatever. You don't even need a job to be able to get this visa, as long as you meet the criteria and you're able to submit evidence to support your claim of being either an exceptional talent or a promising talent. Oh, finally, we have somebody from Nigeria. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. If you're just joining us, I'm just doing a quick introduction of myself. And I'm going to, just so that I can keep up with time, we've just got an hour. I've put, a presentation together, which, would just help me run through quickly, just so that, for people who are new, um, who have not heard about the Global Talent Visa, they will be able to hear about the Global Talent Visa tonight. So I'm just going to try to share my screen quickly so I can just give you a quick overview of what the Global Talent Visa is. To your screen. Okay. It's the wrong one. Sorry. Okay. Please let me know if you can see my screen, and then I will start. So just a quick run through what the Global Talent Visa is, and then please let me know if you can see my screen. Kindly like this, this live, and share with, more people so everyone can come and let us learn together. Please, can you confirm if you can see my screen? Can you see my screen at the moment? Okay, thank you. You can hear me now. That's good. Please, can you confirm if you can see my screen, everyone? You can see my screen overview of the Global Talent Visa. Okay, thank you. Everyone can see my screen. Thank you so much. So I'm just going to run through like a quick run through, and by 7:30 on the dot, I'm going to stop wherever I stop, because I've got videos about Global Talent Visa on my channel, the different categories, especially under the research and academia category, which I was endorsed through. So I've made a whole video series on that, which I'll show you after this, and then we can talk more about that. But I just want to give a quick overview, just a quick introduction of myself. So I moved to the UK. I moved to the UK as a student over a decade ago, and I studied my master's, and then I got my PhD. I had a PhD scholarship. Then I heard about the GTV, which is Global Talent Visa. And like I said earlier, I was endorsed by the Royal Society under the Research and Academia category, and I got my indefinite leave to remain, which is called the ILR. For those of you that don't know what that is the permanent residence to be in the UK. So like I said, if you're just joining us, I had a task that I shared earlier. Get a pen and paper. As we go through all these routes, I would like you to note which route you think you qualify for. If you're not a recipient already, are you a global talent? Do you meet the requirements and criteria? And if not, what do you need to do? Where can you start from? That's what I want you to start thinking about tonight. And then if you don't think you're ready for the Global Talent Visa just yet, can you start working towards it? So I want you to get a pen and paper, and I want you to be able to, answer those questions at the end of this surgery. That's why it's a surgery, isn't it? Good. So, quick one. I know this is a very busy slide, but it's just all about what is the Global Talent Visa. You're either a leader or a potential leader in the field of, either science, medicine, art and culture. This is a visa that was designed by the UK government to be able to bring, different talents to the UK to boost the UK economy. So, and all of this categories is what the Global Talent Visa is focused on. So you can get endorsed under any of this. It used to be called the Tier 1 visa, but it's now called the Global Talent Visa. So what are the benefits? The skilled worker visa, for some of us, if you don't know, the skilled worker visa is the visa that you can get to work in the UK, which you are given is something called a COS, certificate of sponsorship, by your employer, and then that employer brings you to the UK, and you can only work for them when you have a skilled worker visa. If you are to work for any other employer, you can only do 20 hours. So with the global talent visa, it is very, very flexible. You have lower rates. You can work with anyone in the UK, you know, a lot of collaborations if you're a researcher, and then you can keep renewing your visa. Say, for example, you don't have, you know, enough money in the first year, you can keep extended, sorry, you can keep extending your visa up until 5 years. For the research and academia category, after 3 years, you are able to get your indefinite leave to remain, which I got in 2 years, by the way. There's no cap on this visa. That's one interesting thing with the visa. So, that's just the major key benefit. Like I said, flexible job, you can obtain your indefinite leave to remain, and you have the choice of visa. So, what's the application process for the Global Talent Visa? So, I'm just running us through this quickly, just so that, we just have an idea. If this is your first time that you're hearing about the Global Talent Visa, I've got a whole lot of video if you check my channel on the UK Global Talent Visa, and you can watch afterwards. But, it's just nice as we start this surgery for us to have, a very good knowledge of what the UK Global Talent Visa is. All this information that I'm sharing on here can be found on the gov.uk website, and each of the endorsing bodies have, guidelines and all of that. Like we always say, the guidelines are the Bible of the Global Talent Visa. So there are two stages. The first stage is the endorsement stage, and the second stage is where you apply for the visa itself. So endorsing bodies, I've just mentioned the Royal Society, British Academy, UKRI, which are majorly under the academia and research. This is a quick flash of TechNation, the TechNation Global Talent Visa, which is under digital technology. The endorsing body is TechNation. This is just a quick flash. They also have a whole guideline, which you can find online as well. Art and Council, exactly the same thing. There is a list of, eligibility requirements, endorsement criteria, which you need to meet. You have required documents as well to meet under the Art and Council. So there are three categories. Before I come to this, so there are three categories: the research and academia, the Art and Council, and the TechNation, which is the digital technology. Art and Council comes under, art and culture. So those are the three broad categories under the Global Talent Visa. But I focus on research and academia because I'm sure you'd know by now, most of us, there's not much information about much information about the research and academia online. And as researchers, we know that's why it's called research. It's something very, very personalized to everyone. So the criteria, the guideline are very, very straightforward. There is no dilly-dallying, unlike Art and Council, technician, you have a lot of evidences to submit. You have a lot of things to prove your evidence and all of that. With research, it is either you have it or you don't. So there's no, you cannot arrange anything, unfortunately. So the endorsement part under research and academia, there are 4 routes, which is the interesting thing. With Art and Council, which is art and culture, and then technician, which is which is the endorsing body under the digital technology. All those are just, you're either an exceptional talent or an exceptional promise. Exceptional talent, like I previously said, is when you have experience above 5 years. An exceptional promise is when you have experience between 1 to 5 years. So that is the category that you have. So these are the endorsement parts. I call them endorsement parts under the academia and research, which are basically classified as route 1, route 2, route 3, route 4. If you check my YouTube channel, I've made a lot of videos about this. Please, let's like and share with others. I'm not able to, do that at the same time. There's quite a lot of people that might want to get this information. So please do share, let people know we are live. So just a quick one. I've still got 9 minutes before 7:30. So route 1, basically under the research and academia. Like I said, with the art and culture and technician, they don't have route 1, route 3. It is the eligibility requirement. It is all about the evidence. You submit it, and then you get your endorsement, and then subsequently the visa under stage 2. But with the research and academia, you have 4 different routes, which is why I love the research and academia so well, because if you're not under route 1, you can find yourself under route 2. If you're not under route 2, you can find yourself under route 3 or route 4. So route 1 is just strictly for senior academic or research positions. These roles are for the big shots in the academia, professors, associate. But interestingly, postdocs as well are not eligible for this when it comes to core academic, when it comes to core academic positions. But the interesting thing with this route 1 is on the gov.uk website, it also talks about innovation. It talks about innovation. And so if you're leading a project in innovation, you can be eligible for route 1. I actually met someone recently when I did the Twitter space, and he was endorsed under innovation. He's just a team leader, and he doesn't even, I don't think he has a PhD, if I remember clearly. And by God's grace, we're going to be bringing him on here in one of our surgeries. And this is the aim of the surgery, to bring recipients that have been successful, and then we can learn from them and see how they've gone, through their own global talent visa and how they've been endorsed. So route 2 awarded eligible fellowships. That's what route 2 is all about. This is usually a fellowship that you can get. There is a long list under either the British Academy, Royal Society, Royal Academy of Engineering, any of these endorsing bodies. Just go to their website. There's a long list of fellowship there. And I also made a video on this and flashed, some of those links where you can find them. So with the fellowships, you're either an exceptional talent or an exceptional promise. And then all you need is the copy of the fellowship. So wherever you are in the world, once you get the fellowship, you can use the global talent visa. This is a very, a good awareness for a lot of people. I've met people that have come to the UK with a fellowship and they didn't even know about the global talent visa. And that is why it's very, very important, for people to have this knowledge so they can, use the global talent visa. So route 3, which is eligible grants or award, this is an endorsed funders route, and this is under UKRI, is open to everyone, but there's a very almost a strict criteria under this route 3, because you must have at least 1 year of employment. If you watch my video under this route 3, I told the story of how I was on a grant and I thought, oh, I could use this grant, and unfortunately I couldn't because I did not have 1 year left on that grant. Although the grant was going to be extended, but at the time of my application, I did not have 12 months, which was 1 year. I think I had probably like 11 months. It was so painful. But yeah, that's just what the Global Talent Visa is all about. It's all about you, and it's all about how do you meet the criteria. So it must be named, on the grant. And the interesting thing with this route 3 is I've met quite a lot of people, thanks to our WhatsApp community of people that have used something called the KTP, under the UKRI. And with that, wow, the the opportunities are endless under route 3, because you can just be in any profession. As long as you get the job, you are going to be endorsed under route 3. And guess what? There's so many of these recipients that will be coming, they will be coming on board here on our surgeries to tell you more about it. Okay. So finally, route 4, which is, where most of us sit. If you don't fit under route 1, you don't fit under route 2, you will definitely fit under route 4. So route 4 is the final stage, which is the standard peer review part. For those not, eligible for any other part, this is your part. The peer review part. It is the most interesting part. All you need is just write a personal statement, get a recommendation letter and your CV. And this is one part that you are sure to get if you can just meet those criteria. I know it says on the gov.uk website you must have a PhD for this part, but to be honest, I've had a lot of testimonies of people that have gotten it without a PhD. The interesting thing is also if you have an equivalence of, a PhD or whatever you've been doing, as long as it's equivalent to that 3 years experience. But recently, they have been very, very strict with this, and you've had a couple of rejections as well of people either not having enough postdoctoral experience or they say, no, you don't have the PhD. In this surgery, we're going to be showing you real-time documents by God's grace of, both congratulations and rejections and all of that, just for us all to learn. This route 4 is where I think most people will sit. I was, like I said, when I didn't get route 4, route 3, which was the endorsed founders route, this was where I ended up. This route 4 was, my savior as an exceptional promise. So I believe, this is the end. I want to believe most of you, have started thinking and, we can go back to our tax now. You should be thinking, okay, where do I sit? Am I a global talent? What routes do I come under? Is it, I've always had questions like, oh, I've got publications and then I'm into AI. Do you think I can apply for research? Oh no, I think it's technician. All of those things. You should start thinking about it. Where do you sit? Are you a global talent? Are you an exceptional talent? You have, experience more than 5 years, that you can bring together and actually come to the UK, wherever you are in the world. Do you meet the requirements and criteria? Global talent visa is all about you. Everything about you. If you have ever thought, oh, I want to be what I want to be, all those motivational speeches that you tell yourself, this visa is where you can come and show them all you have. If you don't meet the requirement just yet, or you don't tick all the boxes of the criteria, can you start working towards it? And with that, I come to the end of my presentation, and we can stop sharing now, and yes, we can start going into the questions. So if you're just joining us, welcome. Please like this live session. This is Global Talent Visa Surgery. We're here to support each other. If you're just joining, welcome on board Flight Global Talent Visa Surgery. Thank you so much. Please like the live, share it, and if you're new here, I am Yemz Adedeji. Call me Dr. Yemz. So I can start answering all of your questions now. So if you know you're a recipient and you're here, you're happy to, answer questions and all of that. If you want to come, I can I can share this, and if you would like to, come on live to ask any questions, or if you wanted to add to anything I've said, please drop a comment. And yeah, let's start asking the questions. I am here. I definitely know that I've got one wonderfully recipient that is out there to answer questions. Thank you very much, sir. He's not going to come live. He chooses to stay anonymous. But thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate. So, hi, Black Girl Rock. It would be nice to know where you're joining from. And sometimes with those questions, it might not be easy to just answer straight off, especially that I might not know you too well. So if you can just give a bit introduction, just to be able to answer your questions well. So Black Girl Rock, hi. Do you need to have a publication to qualify for Route 4? Yes, you do. At least you should have at least, even if it's one. It says on the application, interestingly, it says, I made the video on Route 4 and somebody asked me, he said, you should have at least 10 publications. No, the application form does say list at least 10. But the interesting thing is, with Route 4, it says that you must at least have a PhD. Black Girl Rock, do you have a PhD? If you have a PhD, are you trying to say you don't have any publications at all? Hi. Hi, Black Girl Rock. Yeah, second year PhD student. Good. This is a very good time for you to be thinking about it, actually. This is a very good time to be thinking about it. Yeah, so it will be now. You still have a whole 1 year ahead of you. Publications can be conference publications as well. There's a lot, but with Route 4, it's very interesting. I must say it's very interesting because the criteria does say you must have a PhD, but some people have had, a lot of publications. They've had very good research background. Some have even had very good academic background, and they haven't done their PhD and they were endorsed. So, Route 4 is very interesting because it is all about you and the reviewer, what the reviewer is ticking off as, oh, this person meets this criteria. Oh, this person doesn't meet this criteria. So it would be nice to have, for you to have at least one publication. Your conference publications, Black Girl Rock, I would believe by now you are in one, um, professional society already at this point. So at least you should have gone for, conferences. You should have at least published one or two things under maybe, a professional society journal and all of that. Funke Osai Brown, hi. Can you submit letter of acceptance for a paper to be published in a journal in 2025 as a proof when the journal is not out yet? With I'm sure this is going to come under Route 4 from your question. Hi, Funke. I'm sure this is going to come under Route 4. You can include that in your CV. To be honest, Route 4 is very, very all about your CV, your recommendation letter, and your personal statement. So many people always ask, oh, do I need to submit evidence? If you can write that under your what do they call it now? If you can write that in your CV, yes, you can put that in your CV if it's yet to be published. Your name is on it if it has been accepted. I want to make sure that I am not missing the questions. So that is from Funke. Okay. So hi Betty Olaleye. Hi Betty. So the 5 years experience, is it from my career or post PhD? Interestingly, the criteria does say you cannot time spent during study is not is not counted as part of your experience, Betty. So the 5 years experience can be, post or pre-PhD altogether. So I'm sure you are trying to see where you sit, if you're either an exceptional talent or an exceptional promise. To be honest, it says on the criteria that time spent, you know, post your PhD, I'm sorry, during your PhD is not counted as part of your experience. Then the criteria now says, oh, you must have a PhD. So although, they are not counting your PhD as part of your experience, you can start counting post your PhD. And all this would depend on what you have done actually. Say as a researcher? What have you done before you started your PhD, for example? Because there are so many people that have a lot of experience that have not even done their PhD. I had I usually do, 10 minutes pick my brain, and someone, by the grace of God, is going to be getting a PhD by publication because of the so much work he has done. So your 5 years can be post PhD. I think we can say that in this case. Okay, the 5 years experience. Yes. Okay. Joining from Leicester. Okay, hi Jamil. What if you are a co-author on a paper? My brother, you have published is you have published though. You don't have to be a first author. All of the papers I had as at the time I applied, I wasn't the first author of any of those papers. So you you have publication. It doesn't mean, even if you are the last author on that paper. Okay, hi Precious Jude, please let me know where you're joining from. Can we let's like the live and share with people so we can get people. All right. Oh no, I'm sorry. Omoni, sorry, I was trying to read your message and I think I've deleted it, but I can see. Okay. I'm sorry, that wasn't deliberate. I was trying to read your message, but I can see the message. I'm sorry if it's showing as deleted. Apologies. That's why I have my phone here to read, because the one on the system keeps moving. So, and I don't want to miss anyone's question. So, Precious said, it's possible to do an MBA program with this program. Is possible, or is it possible? It's possible. I'm sure you meant, is it possible to do an MBA program with this program, and thus HR having leadership roles in volunteer jobs fall on humanities and social science? There is a wonderful list which I'm gonna okay, it will be difficult to find that now, but there is a list on gov.uk website. I'm going to try to find it and pin it after this live. There is a list. That's the thing. On gov.uk website, under each endorsing body, there is a list. There is a list of all the courses that are eligible. But if you have HR, like I said, go online, go find KTP. There are lots of jobs. There are lots of, project management and all of that jobs under KTP, which you can use for route 3, which is the endorsed for this route. Omani Edwards said, can the quality of the journal impact a chance for route 4? There are some journals that are more highly rated than others. To be honest, it doesn't say anything like that on the on the requirement or criteria on any of the endorsing body website. But you and I should know, if we're talking about impact factor, we would know the kind of journal you want to be able to present. Can the quality of the journal impact a chance for route 4? To be honest, it doesn't say that on the website. It really doesn't say that on the website. So whether that is something that will be considered, but by the time we are looking at who is recommending you, what you've done, what the impact of your work in the UK, these are way stronger than whether you have a publication or not. To be honest, this global talent visa is point based. Each point is ticked off and you are given points for it. So I haven't seen anything like that, whether there's an impact, whether you have to have your journals must be high impact factor and all of that. By the time you have a very strong recommendation letter, and then you have a very strong personal statement, you've been able to showcase your work, you have a lot of evidence of your work, your journal will now support all of those. So it's kind of a balance at the end of the day. Okay, yes. Funke said yes, it's route 4. Okay. Betty Olaleye again said, I have over 8 years experience healthcare, community pharmacy, and public healthcare, but PhD last year. I have 4 publications, but I was told by my solicitor that I am eligible. What do you, your solicitor said you're eligible? You're eligible now. Me, I'm not a solicitor. I'm a successful recipient by the grace of God. But I'm sure, the experiences I have, the solicitor also have, you know, the same the same experience, because that's the thing. The more you are able to speak with people, you get more experiences. You are able to see different applications from different angle and all of that. So if your solicitor say you are eligible, I think you are. If you have 8 years of experience, where are you? So what are you going to be applying? I mean, which of the routes are you going to be applying under? Betty, I think I should ask you that question. Which route do you think you want to apply under? Which of the routes? You had your PhD last year. That means you. So what? One, I have 2 questions for you. What are you doing now, and what route do you want to apply under? It is a major journal in the UK. Okay. Funke, you said you have the acceptance letter. Acceptance letter now. Okay. Betty, yes. Okay, I was going to say when you said no. So what were the reasons? Can you tell us? This is a surgery. We all want to learn. Why did your solicitor think you are not eligible? Because community pharmacy and public health care, and then you had a PhD last year. What did you have your PhD in? And you have 4 publications. What area is this? What was your PhD in? What was your PhD in? It will be interesting to know what your PhD in. Who will be writing your recommendation letter? Those are the things you want to think about. And you have 4 publications. These publications, were they in so because that's the thing. Sometimes people, have, and that's one interesting thing why, some people can't go for exceptional talent, because some people have experience in a different course entirely, and then they do a PhD or a master's in a different course entirely. I've seen I've seen CVs like that. And then they have publications, some here, some there. And so it's very difficult to bring all this together for a global talent visa, because your experience, your PhD, they all don't connect. If you don't have that experience connecting, you cannot say that you are quote and unquote applying as an expert in a field. So the global talent visa under the research and academia category is you're endorsed as an expert under a particular field. So for some people, what I've seen is they've got experience in a different experiences, and they have different experiences for their sorry, they have different experiences, and then for their PhD they have a different PhD. And so you're not experts, in a particular area. So if that's what your solicitor is seeing, then you might need some work to be able to focus on that particular area, so that you can now present yourself as an expert in a particular area. So Amani Edward said, please, can you elaborate on the conference publications? Conference publications, that I mean is, you go to conferences, you make presentations, you have papers, that you publish through some publications, there are some journals that are under professional societies, like Microbiology Society, they have their own journal. You can present at one of their conference, and then that presentation would be a reviewed paper or any of that to be published under their journal. That's what I meant by conference publication. So if at this time you're thinking of applying on the global talent visa and you are not part of any professional body, you are wrong. You should be part of one professional body or the other by now, just preparing yourself, if you are out there and you want to apply for global talent visa, or you are thinking about it, these are things that you should be putting together. Okay, hi, Quidmate. Where are you joining from? Please, let's share this live. We are, we have 12 minutes to go. The time, 15 minutes from the live, and the time here is so different. Okay, hi, Quidmate. Where are you joining from? Yes, good day. Quidos. Oh, wonderful name. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I'm so sorry. Viewing from India. Hi. Thank you so much from India. Can you reshare the PPT for us that joined recently? Hello, Quidmeet. Thank you so much. Please, can you guide us on format for CV, reference, etc? Yes, I can. I'm already videoing. If you go to my YouTube channel, I have a whole everything I shared on the PowerPoint, is just a snippet of each route, which I have a video on, which is not even up to 20 minutes video on my YouTube channel. On this channel, if you check, I have a whole series called the Global Talent Visa series, and you can watch everything I shared on the PowerPoint. You get more details on those videos and links that will redirect you to the gov.uk website. Also, I am recording a video. I know so many people have asked me format for CV, format for recommendation letter. The thing is, it's unique to everyone. So I'm trying, by God's grace, with, there's so many with so many applications I've reviewed, and talking with other coaches and all of that, I'm trying hard to come up with not a format but a guide. I will call it a guide because everyone's CV is going to be different. Your personal statement is going to be different. Your recommendation letter is going to be unique to you. So because if I am to share a a template, for example, if I share a template, you'll be tempted to write that template, and we all will start writing it. So you are no longer an exceptional, talent or an exceptional promise, but I want it to be unique to you. So I'm recording a video by God's grace, where, I'm going to just share a guide of, what I have done, as a successful applicant, and what other people have done as well. So hopefully that helped. So Quibit, welcome. You can please check my YouTube channel. I have a series. It's called Dr. Yemz Global Talent Visa series. And then also under those videos, you find the WhatsApp link, where we have a WhatsApp under the 4 different routes. So I have decided to major under the academia and research, because that's, the category under which I was endorsed. So I know I'm very strong in this area. So that's why I created, that support group. And we've had wonderful, support even from other successful recipients. And for the upcoming sessions, by God's grace of this surgery, I'm hoping we can do this fortnightly or once in a month. We'll see how it goes, depending on the availability of our guests. Each of the routes that I have shared, there are very wonderful, knowledgeable recipients that are very happy to come on board to come and share their experiences with us all. So Quibit, I hope that answered your questions. We've got 9 minutes, but let's keep going. Hi, Abubakar Sani Ali. It's possible to attach a withdrawn publication in your CV as a proof of publication. If the publication is withdrawn, my brother, haba malam. You cannot, add a withdrawn publication. I wouldn't recommend that. What do you think? I wouldn't recommend. If the publication is withdrawn, it cannot be, because if someone was to check that publication, that is why, even when you write your personal statement, you need to have, or even your CV, you need to have hyperlinks or the DOI of those publications in there, So, if anyone was to check it out, they will be sure that, they have the right person who have, claimed that. And that's the interesting thing. With Global Talent Visa, you've just got to be, everything is checked, to be honest. Like with the Tech Nation guys and the art and culture, some of their evidences are, you know, online visibility is important for them. So you can imagine if someone was to be checking your LinkedIn, you can't. No, I wouldn't suggest you use a withdrawn publication. If it's withdrawn, that publication is as good as doesn't exist. Please, let's like this live. Let's share. I'm sure there will be so many people who want to watch this live afterwards. And if you're a recipient here, thank you so much for joining. Please chip in your own bits if you can on the comment section. Must the recommendation have an organization logo and address for the exceptional promise for researcher? Yes. Ore Aderin Komi. Yes, yes, yes. A global talent visa has been rejected, has been refused because there was no date on a letter. It's very important. It's one of the crucial things to have the logo, the address of whoever is recommending you. And please, if you're anywhere in the world, one of the important criteria is your recommender must be somebody in the UK. This is a discussion that we've always had with so many people, and I know so many people that are outside the UK are having a lot of issues with who will recommend them in the UK and all of that. And that is why we are creating all of this platform by God's grace, where we're trusting God that we can have a lot of collaborations with our WhatsApp group. Lots of researchers on there, and I'm hoping that we'll get to that point where we can be we can't be collaborating with one another from anywhere in the world. Okay, Betty, PhD in public health. Okay, he said I need more publications. To be honest, in your case, you want to, like I said, what your experience is matters. What your PhD is in also matters. If you are applying, like I always, he might be telling you need more publications, Betty, now, because because you might want to apply as an exceptional talent because he feels, oh, you have more than 8 years experience. Or like I always advise people, you will not be asked if you have an exceptional talent or an exceptional promise. What you want is a global talent visa. So if you can write or review your application or submit an application as an exceptional promise, please do so. You might have 10 years experience, but you might not have 10 years experience as an expert under a particular field. That is one thing we must all know. So as we all, we have 5 minutes to go. As we all go back tonight, go and look at your application again. What I always tell people, sit down, write everything about yourself on a Word document, on a paper, whatever. And then sit down with the criteria and look at it yourself as a researcher, as a scientist, as an academic. If I were to be reviewing this, what category do I fall under? That is what you should do to yourself. Be critical with yourself as much as possible. Hi, Moses DK. Where are you joining us from? I have a PhD from Nigeria. Hi, Moses. And my supervisors are in Nigeria. Awesome. Can my Nigeria supervisors provide the endorsement? No, sir. And it's not endorsement. They cannot provide the endorsement. An endorsement is provided by the endorsing body. Moses DK, go and watch I'm sure you were not here when I made the presentations. When I made the presentation at the beginning. Awesome. You can only be recommended by an eminent person in the UK. So I'll strongly suggest go and watch my video on Global Talent Visa Route 4. if that's the route you're thinking of applying through, or if you can apply for positions or for fellowships. Go and have a look. What's your PhD in? Moses DK. So your supervisors in Nigeria cannot provide you with endorsement, and what you need is a recommendation letter. An endorsing body is an endorsing body endorses you for the global talent visa, and that is the first stage of the application. An endorsement fee is non-refundable. As you begin to wind down, can you apply with your dependent? Yes, Black Girl Rock, you have to get the endorsement first. There are two stages of the endorsement. The first stage, sorry, not two stages of the endorsement. There are two stages of the global talent visa. The first stage is the endorsement. You must get your endorsement first before you now before you can apply with your dependent. Black Girl Rock, yes, you can apply with your dependent after you get your endorsement. There are lots of things to do under the global talent visa. I've heard of, very good, people that are medics that, have gone the writing, they've gone art and culture because what? They are very, very, very good with poem, with write. There are a lot of things to explore under the global talent visa. Okay, hi Betty. I'm thinking route 4, but now I don't know if I am exceptional talent or promise. And now solicitor said I am not eligible. Solicitor said I am not eligible. It's all just confusing. Please relax, Betty. Don't be confused. You just need to sit down. What do you have? What is your experience? Say to yourself, am I exceptional talent or an exceptional promise? Okay, nobody can tell you who you are. The global talent visa is all about you. Don't let I read Akpan, a global talent visa recipient. Akpan, he wrote something on LinkedIn today which I found very, very inspiring. He said, don't let the jargons intimidate you. I so much love that write-up, and that is what the global talent visa is. When you read the criteria, you are bound to be intimidated. Like, what? I don't think I'm an exceptional talent. One of the interviews I did recently of a fashion designer who moved from Ghana. She said it. She said she just sat in the comfort of her home and said, okay, this global talent visa, I can apply. And she applied as an exceptional promise. She's here today in the UK with her dependents. And wow, wow, wow. So please don't be intimidated by the jargons. Just look inward, review your documents over and over again, and it is possible. I do one-on-one sessions, but I always love people to have a very good knowledge, because even if I do a one-on-one session with you, it's all about your experience. I am going to ask you what your experience is, what document you have, and all of that. So we're going to sit down and have a look at everything together. So it's always very important for you as a person to have a good knowledge of the requirements. Okay, so please, Betty, don't be confused. Direct Tangan, upon getting an ILR after 3 years, can one's dependent extend their visa under the GTV since they may not be eligible for ILR after 3 years? Direct Dangan, you need to go and watch my video on how I got my own ILR after 2 years. You have to check. And then recently, under that video, not even recently, I also made references to dependent as well. There is a link under that video. If you go and find it right now, you would see the requirement. If your dependent have continuously been your dependent for the past 5 years, they might be eligible for ILR when you are applying. So, but if you've come to the UK, if you just moved to the UK under 3 years, yes, they might not be eligible. And then I can now answer your question. Yes, they can extend under GTV. And that's the wonderful thing with with the global talent visa. Your dependents can continue to extend until they are eligible for ILR. So yes, direct Dagnan Dangan. I'm so sorry if I'm bastardizing a lot of names. I'm really, really sorry. But yes, they can apply. Our time is up, but yeah, we have one last question. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Like, subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's going to be a lot more of this surgery coming up. And this is just me today answering all of your questions, with my experience. And I've got videos about all of this on my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my channel if you're new here. Like this, live. I'm sure we're all learning from each other. We will still learn more from each other by the time, we have our guest here, and then we will start going down we will start, sorry, not going down. We'll now start streamlining under each endorsing body, and then we'll be able to focus more, zoom in into all those, what can I do, what people have done, and they have succeeded with this visa. So direct Dagnan, tell us who endorsed you, what endorsing body did you, what country did you come from? Did you switch your visa in the UK? Did you get a job? Which endorsing body endorsed you for global talent visa? Because it's obvious from your question you are a global talent recipient. So thank you. Jamil Adeni, I think that's the last question. Thank you so much. How can we join the WhatsApp group for academians and researchers? Yes, I am going to show you that now before we go. I will show you that quickly. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining. It's been a wonderful session. I want to make sure we keep to time. So I'm just gonna quickly show you where to get the WhatsApp link. I'm trying to share that now. Thank you so much. Please like, share this so that other people can learn from it. And if you're new here, please do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Yemisi Adedeji, Dr. Yemz. And yeah, I'm hoping that, this sessions, there'll be more of this by God's grace, where we'll bring in guests to share their experiences. The Global Talent Visa is for everyone. It is unique to you. It is unique to you. So let me show you quickly where you can get the WhatsApp. So this is my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Like, you can see the subscribe button right there. Hit it, like it. So I just want to show you where you can get the WhatsApp. So I've got a playlist here for those of you that are new to my channel. Okay, so I've got a playlist here. Under this playlist, this is where you're going to find everything Global Talent Visa. Okay, I'm not trying to play the video, I'm sorry. So that is everything Global Talent Visa, how to apply, everything Global Talent Visa, you're going to find it there. Sorry. And under my last video, which is under this video, the WhatsApp link is there for you to join the WhatsApp link for academia and research. So 6 common mistakes. Okay. So under this video, if you check, please make sure you're watching the video. Okay, under this video, you're going to find my one-to-one session where you can book some time with me. And then also the WhatsApp link is just there. And then you can also watch all the videos which will give you more knowledge about the Global Talent Visa before we meet in the next surgery. By God's grace, the next surgery, we'll be having a guest here who will be sharing their journey just like I did. And then we'll be able to answer all, your global talent, all your global talent visa questions. I'm hoping that this session has been helpful. Please go find go find all of the videos that you need, and under each video, please, if you check under each video, there's always a link there that will redirect you to the gov.uk website. The criteria, the guidelines of each endorsing body can be found on their website. And the guideline is the Bible of the Global Talent Visa, I must tell you. So please go and find the guideline, watch my videos, like my videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and by God's grace, I will see you in the next surgery. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining tonight. I'm so excited that we are able to start this and we're able to support each other. So I'll see you on WhatsApp. So by the time you join don't forget, when you join the WhatsApp, you will see there are 5 groups on there. Under each endorsing bodies, you have UKRI, Royal Society, British Academy, and the Royal Academy of Engineering. So please, we'll see you on WhatsApp. Thank you so much. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next surgery. Oh, before I forget, this was actually made by a global talent visa recipient. This top that I'm wearing, someone who moved to the UK through global talent visa fashion design. So you see, the global talent visa is for everyone, and we are here to support one another. Till I see you again, stay connected. God bless you. No limits. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next surgery. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you, everyone. God bless you. Bye. Thank you.